Well put, Bob. Now I'd like to call on Jamie Fucito from the American Liberty Alliance for a few words. We'll have a couple more speakers and then we'll entertain questions.
Good afternoon. My name is Jamie Fucito, and I'm here to represent the American Liberty Alliance and the RPMC Tea Party Patriots. I'd just like to start out by reinforcing the statement that Joe made earlier, that the notion that a group like this is somehow put together or supported by a special interest group, you can see is ridiculous. I don't think you could get this group of people together in the same room to make that type of a deal or that type of an agreement. Our platform basically is the preservation of the middle class. And if you take a look at this movement, this grassroots movement, this is a group of people that have come together out of a sense of self-preservation. So you have one group of people coming together out of a sense of preventing loss, as compared to the other side of the fence coming together out of a sense of gain. So if you take a look at the patterns formed by both groups, if you take a look at the rallies, if you take a look at the signs that our people carry, which are handmade signs, all making some type of statement or a testament to what they fear they're going to lose, take a look at the opposition, their posters, and the statements they make. I think it'll be pretty clear that there's no support here, there's no special interest, that this movement rose out of a sense of self-preservation of a class of people that feels they are being systemically driven out of existence. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jamie. Incidentally, Sean has a list of the groups that are involved in this activity for members of the press that are interested in them, as well as some releases. Next, I'd like to call on Cliff Atkins from the New Boston Tea Party.
Hi, I'm Cliff Atkins from Woodbury, Connecticut. I have participated in many tea parties, from the Tax Day Tea Party on April 15th, held here at the Capitol, to the mini tea parties held weekly in various venues across the state, to major tea parties held in Boston at the Common, and at Christopher Columbus Park on the waterfront in Boston. And last but not least, the recent protest in Portsmouth, New Hampshire this past week. Not once have I been contacted by any organization requesting my attendance, nor have I asked anyone else to attend a tea party. From my observation, those who attend these tea parties are patriotic Americans concerned with the direction America is taking. They are not coerced to attend by any organization. They're not part of any mass conspiracy. They're not AstroTurf. And to top it all off, they are not evil mongers, as indicated by Harry Reid. However, I have observed pro-healthcare advocates being bussed into tea parties by the SEIU and the AFL-CIO in New Hampshire and elsewhere. We Tea Party patriots take exception to being called organized mobs. Contrary to what the friends of Obama say, no one pays us for standing up for our country. We are here by our own initiative. We are not community organizers like Acorn, nor do we have a playbook, as reported by the news. Why have we become a target of the administration? Let me quote the main author of the Declaration of Independence, the third President of the United States, Thomas Jefferson. To quote President Jefferson, "When people fear the government, there is tyranny. And when the government fears the people, there is freedom." For the past 75 years, the government has continued to encroach on our freedoms, and the majority of Americans do not like it one bit. We ask, where does the word socialism appear in the Constitution? The patriots today are protesting because the government has gone too far, and we will not stop protesting until they get out of our lives. Thank you.
Let me call next on Tanya Bashand from the Tea Party Patriots.
Good afternoon. My name is Tanya Bashand. I'm from Wallingford. I'm one of the state coordinators for the Tea Party Patriots here in Connecticut. I organized the New Haven Tax Day Tea Party and I did so with my own dollars. I went to the Park and Rec department and I paid 50 bucks for a permit, and I called on a business to provide for around $900 a sound system, and I paid for that out of my own pocket. People donated ice and water and poster board and wooden sticks and duct tape, and we got together and we let our government know that we're mad as hell and we're not going to take it anymore. This is a movement that brings together people who wear flip-flops and people who wear high heels. This is a movement that brings together Democrats and Republicans and independents and libertarians. This is a movement that brings together the young and the middle-aged and the old. This is a movement that brings together trial lawyers and teachers and people who ride motorcycles. We are ordinary, everyday, average citizens who believe in the Constitution and who believe that individual liberty and personal responsibility are the best way to ensure our future. Thank you.
Let me call next on Brad Weslenko from We the People Foundation.
Good afternoon. We the people is exactly what our name implies. We are the people. We are not lobbyists or politicians. We are not Nazis, terrorists, and we are most certainly not un-American. We are fathers, mothers, sons, and daughters bound together by a common interest, common sense. I'm not here to discuss policy, legislation, or agendas. We are here today because there are some people who are trying to discredit a movement that is taking place not only in this state, but in every state. What is taking place in town hall meetings and on street corners nationwide cannot be denied and must not stop. They're not answering the call of any party or industry, but that of their conscience. It is inspiring to see so many taking an active interest in their government once again. Americans are turning out by the thousands for a chance to have their questions answered when in the past there were merely dozens. To attempt to stifle that is counter to what this country stands for. To those attending these meetings and rallies, do not be discouraged. Time makes more converts than reason. As Mohandas Gandhi once said, first they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they fight you, and then you win. Thank you.